I've got two portable carpet cleaners here. These are really great for spot cleaning your carpet, getting hard to reach places like stairs or upholstery, things like couches and chairs, and also car seats. So I've got the Bissell Little Green Machine here and the Spotclean Pet Pro. What's the difference? Let's start with the Bissell Little Green Machine. Here's the clean water reservoir. You simply unscrew the cap, take it off, fill it up. I do like this one because it does have markings on the reservoir here for your fill lines. You fill it up to this line here with your cleaning solution, top it off with water, put the cap back on, you're ready to go. If you're wondering what that straw in there is, it's to allow airflow so that the water sprays out properly. If your water is full or higher than that hose, you might not spray water like it should. Over here, you just have a flap that you can flip up, and then you've got your dirty water reservoir. That's how you pour the water out. Now the machine works itself by sucking everything in and shooting it up through the bottom here. You do have a gasket down here, and then it comes out of the front nozzle part inside of that reservoir, and then it fills up. It does have a fill line, and then it does have a floating piece that comes up. It inhibits the suction there. Your machine will start to make a weird noise. That's when you know, hey, it's full, so you can go ahead, stop, turn off the machine, empty out your dirty water reservoir. That simply just rests into place. And then this piece does have a gasket on here that when you push it down, creates that airtight seal. On and off machine, nothing fancy about that. Flip it around here. Here is the scrubbing attachment piece here. Now it comes attached with a 4-foot hose, so it makes it great for being able to reach places a couple stairs up, some upholstery, wherever you're working with it. Now they both use a trigger to release and spray water out of the nozzle here. And then this attachment, it's a 3-inch scrub head. So the bristles here to agitate your stain whatever you're working, and then right behind that you have the tip piece, which is where the water gets sucked up in through the hose and into the dirty water reservoir. Now there is a button on the top that you can push to release that if you want to switch head pieces, whichever scrubber you might be using. And then there is a cleaning attachment piece that you put on there. You pull the trigger and it recirculates water through the hose to clean out that hose, because after use, depending on what you were cleaning, might be stuck in this ribbed hose, so you want to make sure that you clean it out between each use. Simply clip it and lock it back into place when not in use. It boasts a 15-foot cord. It does have the 3 prongs, so you've got your ground here and your neutral and your hot, so you will need all 3 there for power. And it is a 3-amp powered machine. Now we're on to the Bissell Spotclean Pet Pro. This is essentially an updated model of the Little Green Machine. This specific model comes with the stain trapper tool. This tool, when you're sucking up a mess, it actually collects everything in this cup right here, which you can then detach and discard. So think pet messes, right? Things that you don't want in the hose or dirtying up your machine, you can capture that in here, and then it's easy to discard, so it protects your machine from getting all gunked up with nasty stuff. It does have the same features as far as a dirty reservoir and a clean reservoir. So we've got the dirty reservoir here on the front. It's got a nice handle on here that you can pull it out of place here. It's got a nice feature where it rests by itself, so you don't have to worry about setting it down and it spilling all over the place. Now, this is the cap here that you have to take off to discard it, and it does not disengage until the handle is all the way back, at which point you can pull that off and discard the water. It does have a nice large opening, so you can fill it up with clean water and clean everything out very nicely. And then you can then put it back into position here, put it back onto your machine here, and then put the handle down. It does have a nice handle here in the middle for lifting it and transporting it. On the back here, we have the clean water reservoir, so very similar to the other one, where it has a cap that you unscrew. You fill it up with your water. Now this one just tells you to put 2 ounces of cleaning solution in it, so it just has 1 fill line, and then it tells you 2 ounces of cleaning solution. So again, that straw there for airflow. Cap back into place. And then these both just rest into place. They're not locked in there. There's no latch or anything. They just simply rest in the machine. So we'll go over here to the hose and head attachment. So this one stain trapper tool, and then your 3-inch stain removal tool or scrubbing head here as well. Again, same trigger there with the nozzle for spraying, and then the same button on the back that you press to pull off the head attachment. This one's a little bit more tough here because it's newer, so it hasn't been used as much, so it's still got a lot of spring to it. Very similar in how they are used or work. You just pull that trigger, sprays water, clean your stain there. This one does have a longer hose, so if I unwrapped it all the way, it's 5 feet, and then it does just latch into place, very similar to the other one. Onto the power cord. This one has a 20-foot power cord, and it does have the same 3 prongs there. So you've got the hot, the neutral, and then the ground. So you'll need that for both of them. So there you go. That is a little bit about the Bissell portable carpet cleaners here. Let me fill in some gaps and then give you my thoughts about this. So one thing I didn't mention was the amps. This Spotclean Pet Pro is 5.7 amps. Remember, the Little Green Machine is only 3 amps. And then the water reservoirs. You've got a 96-ounce water reservoir compared to a 48-ounce water reservoir. So really, again, the difference here is the Spotclean Pet Pro is an updated version of the Little Green Machine. So it's got a longer hose, it's got a longer cord, it's got a bigger tank, and a little bit more power. So really, they just updated things, and then they gave it a different look and feel, of course, to fit all of those different features in there. As far as size and everything, they're both very comparable in size and dimensions. So, thinking about how much space they're going to take up, that's really not a big factor. The Little Green Machine weighs about 10 pounds. The Pet Pro weighs about 13 pounds. So it's not a huge difference, but there is a difference. Price-wise, looking them up online today, the Little Green Machine is anywhere from $30 to $40 cheaper, depending on the model and version that you get of the Pet Pro. So if you're looking to save a little money, this would be a very good machine. You do right by it. It would be very good for whatever application you're using it for. And then if I were going to buy one again, now just to be clear, this video is not sponsored by Bissell. I just use their products and really like them. I would just go with the Pet Pro version because of those features that I mentioned earlier. A little longer hose, cord, and reservoir. I do like the fact that the dirty water reservoir rests and stands up on its own. It makes it easier not to worry about accidentally dropping it or spilling it when you've got that dirty water in there. Dealing with that stuff after the fact can get messy sometimes. So very good machines, both of them. Looking at the prices today online, the Little Green Machine is anywhere from $30 to $40 cheaper depending on which model of the Pet Pro you're looking at. So as far as cost, you could save a little bit here and go with the Little Green Machine. If I was only using it once or twice a year, yeah, I'd probably want to save 30 or 40 bucks. I'm using it a couple times a week or at least a couple times a month, so I wanted the one that's got a little bit more power, a little bit more oomph, a newer, more updated model. However, I think they're both good options, but that's the difference. Now it's up to you to make a decision on which one you might think about. So hopefully that was helpful. If you like DIY around the house, please feel free to like and subscribe. My name is Drew. I'll see you in the next one.